offers during the Memorial Day sale at Brandsmart USA. Save on furniture, mattresses, and more. Plus 60-month interest-free financing on qualifying purchases $4.99 and above. For a limited time only at Brandsmart USA. The Live 5 or 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
Well, the next few days are going to be delightful with sunny conditions and low humidity, but that's going to be changing for the Memorial Day holiday weekend. We'll talk all about that coming up at 5 to 6 o'clock.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 6, primary election season is here.
Why Richmond County Democrats say everyone should vote except the mayor. As your News at 6 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 6.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery.
I'm Brad Means. Thanks for joining us.
Coverage you can count on begins with the eve of the primaries. A message from Richmond County Democrats: go vote, but the mayor should not have one.
George Escala has the story.
It's beginning to look like Election Day in Augusta. Voting machines getting set up across the city and a call to use them.
We want to encourage all of our citizens to go out and vote tomorrow. Take someone with you.
The Richmond County Democratic Party sending a get out the vote message, and not just for the Democratic primary.
You are the instrument of change. Historically, have been the instrument of change. We need to continue to make sure that happens. And of course, we want all persons actually to go out and vote too, because that's how democracy actually continues to go forward.
A slow turnout for early voting, one reason for the press conference.
We had 7% of the people showed up to vote for early vote. 7% of over 120,000 people that are registered to vote.
One question before all voters is the referendum to allow the mayor to vote. State Representative Gloria Frazier speaking against it.
This is a power grab. I need you all to understand that. I have already voted no. I'm not encouraging you. I'm asking you all to go out tomorrow in numbers and let's vote this down.
But the public will have no say if they leave these voting machines alone. In Augusta, George Escala, WJBF, News Channel 6.
It is time now for a first check of our weather.
Here's Chief Meteorologist Tim Miller.
Well, it's hard to believe, guys, but we have not hit 90 degrees yet. So
All right, Tim, thanks. Former Aiken County Deputy Coroner being charged with misconduct in office. 60-year-old Alton Smith has been charged with misconduct in office and possessing a controlled substance. Warrants say Smith had prescriptions that he took from death investigations. The investigation on this matter started last year. Smith has since resigned.
A pursuit turns deadly in Edgefield County. It happened this afternoon on Augusta Road near the National Wild Turkey Federation. Details are limited at this time, but we do know at least one person was killed in the crash and another was taken to the hospital. A logging truck was involved, and the driver had to be extricated from the truck.
New developments tonight in the investigation into complaints at the Big Blue Marble Daycare Center in Grovetown. The Georgia Department of Early Care and Learning has issued a 40-day suspension to that facility. That suspension could start June 3rd. Under the agreement, Big Blue Marble has to provide a plan detailing how it's going to monitor classrooms for 12 months after the suspension. They have to submit that within 20 days of this agreement. And then the staff is going to do training within 90 days of all this. Back in March, we told you the center was at risk for losing its license for violations filed since last July. For a full look at the agreement, head to WJBF.com.
Some big donations for Payne College. A presentation was held this morning on campus at the Candler Memorial Library. Bria Smith is live now to tell us what those donations mean. Bria?
Yes, Jenny. Well, those donations adding up to be a little more than $200,000 from folks impacted by Payne. Those donations come from Payne College alumni, including board chairman Michael Thurmond, the Johnson family, and the Payne College Alumni Association. Payne has been around for 142 years, and leaders say they hope it's there for 142 more. They say the money donated today shows the support and belief in the success of the institution.
It is so important. Obviously, we need the funding to continue to support the ongoing efforts here at the college, but it sends a broader message from the Payne College family and those who support us that we support this very important institution here in the CSRA.
Payne is the only HBCU in the CSRA, and faculty and staff are grateful for the collective support. Live in Augusta, Bria Smith, WJBF, News Channel 6.
An Augusta man has pleaded guilty to threatening to bomb a government office. Investigators say Keon Dickens went to the Augusta Social Security office and showed a note to a security officer that said he had a bomb. After an investigation, officers arrested Dickens. No explosive device was found. He faces up to 10 years in federal prison.
This week, you can learn more about what a penny sales tax renewal could mean for the Aiken County Public School District. Funds from the tax go toward improvements to schools. Many believe the district wants to use the funding to consolidate Gloverville, Jefferson, and Clearwater elementary schools. Superintendent King Lawrence says there's been some talk, but nothing official has been proposed.
If they consider putting all of these kids into one school, because if you look at the population right now, if this happens, you're looking at just under 1,600 children. That's a lot of kids to put into one elementary school, and my concern is right now the student to teacher ratio ranges anywhere from 12 to 1 up to 14 to 1 in these schools. So I'm concerned about what's going to happen to class sizes.
Tomorrow's public meeting starts at 6 p.m. at Langley Bath Clearwater Middle School. A fourth and final meeting is Thursday at 6 at South Aiken High School.
Well, a sad end to the search for two missing high school students in South Carolina. They were found dead at Lake Hartwell after what investigators call a dare gone wrong. Elise Devlin has more.
A growing number of flowers lining 6 Mile Highway as students continue to drop off tokens of love to honor their friends.
It's really affected a lot of people because, like I said, they're super friendly to everyone. So a lot of people are affected by this.
The Pickens County School District says since they were notified of the Daniel High School students' disappearance, they began planning for resources like grief counselors to be available.
We're looked at as like the family that jumps in and supports in times like this. Schools we become family with the students and with their families.
Students spending the day with one another agreed, saying for many of them, it's their first time dealing with grief like this, but they've been able to find comfort in those who know them best and feel their friends who lost their lives would find comfort in that too.
I think they would be really happy that the community's coming together and not that everyone's just so sad. I think they love that everyone's coming together and just loving everyone. I think that's what they would want to happen. Everyone to be happy and love each other.
The district says they will continue to support students as they begin planning events to honor their friends rather than events to celebrate the end of the school year.
We're wrapping up the end of the year. We have 3 full days left, and this is a week of celebration. And just quickly you move from celebrations to tragedy, and it's just not what students were expecting. To be going through at a time when students are graduating.
Sad story from the upstate for sure. Still ahead on News Channel 6 at 6, FAFSA issues impacting students across the country.
We'll hear from some of the students who have been affected after the break. FAFSA delays are causing issues for students across the country.
Some of those impacted were on Capitol Hill today to tell lawmakers about their concerns. Basil John reports.
Carla Henvaye is one of many students who were plagued by the FAFSA application process changes.
The whole process itself is hard.
The rollout ran into glitches and processing delays, and some schools did not push back their decision deadlines. This left students like Valle stressed.
You have to figure out the deadlines for a lot of things: scholarships, FAFSA, the college applications, when you're getting back from colleges.
Victoria Zambrano Arqueta ran into a major bug while submitting her application.
I got an indicator saying that there was an error in my FAFSA, that it was missing my student signature. However, there was never the opportunity to fill out that student signature, and I wasn't the only one.
So they spoke with Virginia Senator Mark Warner to express their concerns to improve FAFSA. College counselor Will Eswine says students with challenging backgrounds are especially feeling the hit.
To see them struggling so hard and the same students coming back day in and day out has been really frustrating.
The Education Department estimates around 30% of the class of 2024 have completed their FAFSA applications, a significant drop from last year.
Why
Does the federal government have such an inability to deliver a new technology platform in an efficient manner?
Warner is disappointed the education department did not have a testing process before rolling out the new system.
I feel for these first generation students who, without this financial aid, they're just not going to be able to go to school.
He says there is no silver bullet to fix what happened this year, but he will press for improvements to not see a repeat next year. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Tim joins us now for another check of the weather.
Yeah, let's look at our almanac for today. Pretty much on target. 85 was the high, the average is 87. Well, we were a little cool this morning, 57. We'll do one more of those cool nights. So it's going to warm things up. After 6 forecasts.
I'm Dorian Harris.
I'm Monty. Home chances Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then into Memorial Day. But again, those are the hit and miss afternoon shower and storm chances. All right, let's give away our Viper 6 umbrella. Every night we give away an umbrella, and LaToya Davis of Waynesboro. Let me give you an umbrella.
Way to go.
Way to go. Register to win yours, WJBF.com.
All right, thanks, Tim. Still ahead, the Braves making some changes to their pitching staff.
And the Edmund Burke Academy baseball team, what's it making today? Looking for a state title. Kieran Goldstein has sports next.
The physical effects of domestic violence might be easy to see. Bumps, bruises, and other visible injuries. Harder to recognize is the long-term harm domestic violence brings to a victim's mental health. PTSD, depression, and anxiety are just a few of the effects domestic violence can cause. If you or someone you know is being affected by these hidden crimes of domestic violence, please reach out to us. We are here to help.
From scheduling your free changing lives.
Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Hickson Roofing. The live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
After multiple postponements and even a venue change due to weather, the Edmund Burke Academy baseball team was finally able to take the field against Gatewood today as they look to earn a state championship. Spartans fans made the 2-hour trip to Macon in big numbers. Former major leaguer Jonathan Broxton, now the head coach at Edmund Burke. Bottom of the third, Spartans trail 4-0 and Gatewood is about to add another run. Edmund Burke gets the out, but a run will score. Gators got 3 in the inning to take a 5-0 lead. Now the Spartans themselves, they gave plenty of opportunities for them to load the bases. They had base runners on just about every inning. Here they load them up in the 4th, but again, Gatewood able to get out of it. Edmund Burke strands 3. Then in the 7th, again, the Spartans with 2 aboard, unable to push one across, and for the second straight year, Gatewood are the GIAA Class 2A baseball champions, beating Edmund Burke in Game 3, 6-0.
Don't hold your head. I mean, it's probably the hardest speech in baseball right there, to have that last one. And I had so many seniors, they had so much riding on this year. And I told them, I said, keep your heads up. Y'all gave it everything you have, and that's all you can ask. They never gave up. They never gave up on us. They never gave up on the school. They never gave up on each other. They were just steady grinding.
Edmund Burke finishes the season 19-7 and state runners-up in the GIAA Class 2A. Yesterday was huge for the Georgia softball team as they took on Liberty in the NCAA softball regionals. Needing 2 wins, they got the first one 14-5, but then in the second one, they struggled to put runs on the board. That is until the bottom of the 9th inning when Sidney Chambly would walk it off with a 2-run homer to give Georgia the win 3-2. The Bulldogs advanced to Super Regionals, where they now know they will face number 6 UCLA out in Los Angeles for a best-of-3 series. That all starts on Thursday. We'll have more on it later in the week. The Atlanta Braves lost a tough game to the Padres 9-1 on Sunday, and then on Monday they made some changes to the roster. Right-handed pitcher Darius Vines was recalled to Atlanta, and right-handed pitcher Bryce Elder was optioned to AAA Gwinnett. But changes to the pitching staff were not the only thing happening in Atlanta on Monday. The Braves faced the Padres for a doubleheader and got off to a great start, leading 1-0 in the bottom of the first with runners on the corners. Michael Harris Jr. will go the other way for a base hit that will extend the Braves' lead to 2. And then in the third, a pair of homers. First from Ozuna, he'll find the stands in center field to make it 3-0. And then Matt Olson would tack on one of his own with a homer to right field. Braves would finish the inning with a 5-0 lead and hold on to it until the fifth when the Padres started to rally back. With a 4-run eighth inning, San Diego would earn the narrow victory 6-5 in the first game of the day, so Atlanta has one more chance to avoid a series sweep tonight. That final game has just started, and I'll have those highlights for you later on tonight at 11. That does it for sports. We'll be right back.
General Jones 4 to 6. The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better with easier access to local news, weather, and streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app.
We'll get ready for really nice days ahead. A little cool tomorrow morning. We'll be in the 50s, 87 for tomorrow afternoon. We'll officially hit 90 for the first time on Wednesday. We'll carry that trend into Thursday and Friday and introduce a chance of showers by Friday afternoon.
All right, Tim, thanks. And that is our report for now. Back at 7 after World News tonight.
We'll see you again for News Channel 6 at 11. Have a great evening.
Good night.